Dear students, today we are going to learn about interior of the earth. The earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. The earth's surface has lofty mountains, high plateaus, large plains and deep valleys, etc. The earth's surface is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Do you know what lies in the interior of the earth? What is the earth made up of? On the basis of the study of the earthquake waves, the spherical earth is found to be three concentric layers. They are the crust, the mantle and the core. Next we will see about the crust. The crust is the outermost layer of the earth. Its average thickness from 5 to 30 km. It is about 35 km on the continental masses and only 5 km on the ocean floors. Despite greater thickness, the continental crust is less dense than the oceanic crust. Why it is differ? Because it is made up of both light and dense rock types. The oceanic crust is composed mostly of dense rocks such as basalt. The crust comprises two of distinct parts. The upper part consists of granite rocks and forms of continents. It has a main mineral constituents of silica and alumina. So it is collectively referred to as Sial. It has an average density of 2.7 gram. The lower part is continuous zone of denser basaltic rock comprising mainly of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called Sima. It has an average density of 3.0 gram. The Sial and the Sima together form of the earth crust. Since the Sial is lighter than the Sima, so the continents can be said to be floating on a sea of denser Sima. The next layer, mantle. It is separated from the crust by the boundary called Mohorovičić discontinuity. The mantle is about 2,900 km thick. It is divided into two parts. The upper mantle with a density of 3.4 to 4.4 gram extends down to 700 km. The lower mantle having a density of 4.4 to 5.5 gram extends from 700 to 900 km. The third layer is core. It is otherwise known as barosphere. It is separated from the mantle by the boundary called Weizsäcker-Huttenberg discontinuity. Already we see in the mantle it is separated from the crust by the boundary Mohorovičić discontinuity. This one like core, Weizsäcker-Huttenberg discontinuity. Dear students, remember that point. The core is also divided into two parts. The outer core, which is rich in iron, it is liquid state. It extends between 2,900 km to 5,150 km. The inner core composed of nickel and ferrous, thus called knife, is solid in state. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. It extends from 5,150 km to 6,370 km. The average density of core is 13.0 gram per centimeter cube. 13.0 gram or centimeter cube. Next, the earth movements. The lithosphere is broken into number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. Each plate, oceanic or continental, moves independently over the asthenosphere. What do you mean by asthenosphere? It means the asthenospheric is a part of the mantle that flows and moves the plates of the earth. The movement of the Earth's lithospheric plates is termed as tectonic movements. At places, these plates move away from each other, creating wide rift on the Earth's surface. At some places, these plates come closer and collide. When an oceanic plate collides with a continental plate, the denser oceanic plate is forced below the continental plate. As a result of the pressure from above, the rocks heats up and melt. The molten rocks rise again, forming volcanic mountain along the continental edge. Alternatively, a trench may be formed between two plates. In some cases, when two continental plates converge, neither plate can be forced under the other. Instead, fold may be created. Great mountain ranges like the Himalayas have been formed in the way. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. The earth movements are divided into bases of the force which cause them. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are called as entogenic forces. Once again, the forces which act in the interior of the earth are called as entogenic forces. And the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic. On the surface of the earth are called exogenic forces. Okay. Then entogenic forces sometimes produces sudden movements and at the other time produce slow movements. Do you know what are the sudden movements? Sudden movements are like earthquakes and volcanoes causes mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Dear students, next topic is earthquake. Now see the video. Afterwards I explain that.
A tremendous amount of energy is released in the form of tremors and vibrations. Such earthquakes are called tectonic earthquakes. The point of origin of an earthquake is called the focus, while the point directly above it on the surface of the earth is called the epicenter. Owing to the strong vibrations around the point of origin, the degree of destruction is greater around the epicenter. The branch of knowledge that deals with the study of earthquakes is called seismology, and the experts who study seismic waves are called seismologists. There are three types of seismic waves that spread in all directions from the focus. They are the P, S, and L waves. The compressional waves are the first to reach the earthquake recording station as they travel 1.7 times faster than the shear waves and are therefore called primary or P waves, while the shear waves are called secondary or S waves. The primary waves cause the particles to vibrate forwards and backwards in the direction of the waves. Secondary waves, on the other hand, cause the particles to oscillate at right angles to the direction of the waves. When P and S reach the surface of the earth, they get converted into L, long waves that travel along the surface, vibrating horizontally at right angles to the direction of the waves, called love waves or Rayleigh waves, as they also travel like sea waves. The most violent shocks and subsequent destruction is caused by the L waves. The instrument used to detect and record seismic waves is called a seismograph. The recorded material appears like a graph and is called a seismogram. Based on the depth of their foci, earthquakes are classified into three types. They are deep focus earthquakes that occur at depths exceeding 300 kilometers, the reasons for which have not yet been identified. Intermediate focus earthquakes with depths of foci ranging between 55 and 300 kilometers. Shallow focus earthquakes with depths lesser than 55 kilometers. To measure the magnitude of the earthquakes, a Richter scale is used. The point scale is arranged in such a way that each of the units on the scale is equivalent to 30 times the energy released by the previous unit. While a magnitude of 2 is seldom felt, a magnitude of 7 indicates the lower limit of an earthquake that has a devastating effect over a large area.
Students, what do you understand from this video? I will tell a little. A sudden movement of the portion of the earth crust is known as earthquake. Earthquake may cause widespread damage to life and property. The point where this vibrations originate is called the focus of the earthquake. The point of the earth's surface directly above the focus is called the epicenter of the earthquake. From the focus, the earthquake vibration travel in different directions. This is seismic waves. The earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as seismograph. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured by the Richter scale. The numbers on this scale range from 0 to 9. Causes of the earthquake. The chief causes of the earthquake is the sudden slipping of the portion of the earth crust along fractures of or faults. The sudden shifting of landmass causes upheavals in the crust of the earth, sending vibrations or waves into the surrounding portions. Sometimes the earth surface of earth itself cracks. Earthquakes are often common in most volcanic areas. Dear students, just to recap, the Earth's interior structure is compared with that of an apple. The crust is the outermost layer of the Earth. The upper part of the Earth crust is Sial. The lower part of the Earth crust is Sima. The mantle is about 2,900 km thick. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. The earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument known as seismograph. Thank you. Have a good day. We will meet in the next class.